Well, hello the new. It's only me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Studio B here in the Giggle mill in Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK. Studio B, as most of you will be aware, is state-of-the-art, the top, technologically speaking, for video broadcasting. And in Studio B we're honoured to have the finest studio technician in the world, if not in Europe. And this is Adolf Apfelstrudel, very, very sweet chap from Berchtesgaden in Bavaria, who at one time was a top driver for the Automobile Association, what we call the AA. Unfortunately, he developed a drink problem and got the sack and had to join Alcoholics Anonymous. So he was often referred to as AA from the AA, formerly with the AA from BB. Being a strict disciplinarian, Adolf refuses me any more than 12 digital megaburgers per broadcast, which means I have to deny you once again the all-time thrill of seeing and hearing my world-famous rendition of Nessun Dorma. Believe me, you're not missing much actually. During the WAR, Adolf was gruesomely wounded. Oh, shocking. They didn't think he would live, but anyway, he's still with us. And as a result, he refuses steadfastly to appear on camera because he says not only does it frighten the children, but he keeps getting visits from the police, the vice squad, during the night, you see. So just occasionally, though, he can be persuaded and coaxed into waving, wearing a glove on his a very badly wounded hand from the WAR. And he's just come in from the pub. I know he's come from the pub because he's swaying. And I think he spends most of his salary and most of his time in there. Anyway, I'm going to ask him now, if you'll bear with me while I make some difficult manoeuvres. It's a hot, sticky night here, I can tell you. I shouldn't mention this, but I'm sat here in my underwear, so you ladies don't get too hot and bothered, will you? You just come in. I'm just going to speak to Adolf. Well, that's got his attention. Let's just ask him if he's interested in waving for you. Adolf. Adolf. The audience is begging. He says he's had a skinful. He said he's got no... he's feeling a bit horsey, so that means there's not much chance. So our little tale today concerns one of those members of the medical profession who specialises in the female of the species and is a gynaecologist. And a gynaecologist, very dedicated job, takes long years of study. Oh, that'd be 3 o'clock. It's these oats, you know, they keep you as regular as a clock. Anyway, this particular gynaecologist, after about 30 years, he got a bit tired one day and he thought, am I really cut out to be a gynaecologist? Although he was very good at it, and he had a practice in Harley Street in England, which is about as high as you can get financially. And he said, what else could I do? But he says, I'd love to be able to tinker with cars. So he applied for a course in mechanics, and after a few months he sat an exam, And amazingly, not only did he pass, but he got 150% out of 100. So the tutor in charge called him and said, we've given you 150% out of 100. He said, now that sounds impossible. But he said, the exam that we set was to take an engine apart, put it back together again, and then start it up. And he said, everybody did it, but the way you did it was magic. He said, you did it through the exhaust pipe. Thank you, and good night, folks.